It's a lovely Monday morning in the nation's capital, FCT Abuja, right here on Good Morning Abuja, coming to you from the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5 Abuja. And I am Gladys Kodambu. You know, Mondays are wonderful on this program because we teach you how to make money. Yes, we love money, and so we want you to know how to make money. Yes, but before we begin with our conversations on the program, we have our motivational talk that will put you in the right frame of mind to set the tone for this wonderful week. Let's hear it.
Would you believe me if I told you that whatever happens to you, good or bad, is happening ultimately for a good reason? Let me take that again. Whatever happens to you, good or bad, is ultimately happening for a good reason. In the end, it all works together for your good. So that means that if you're in a relationship and somehow that relationship ends up not working out, it's because that relationship wasn't meant to work out. But most times we hang on to what is not working, depriving ourselves of what is meant to be. Everyone we meet in life is either a blessing or a lesson. That means that when you find yourself in a relationship, your partner is either there to teach you something or to be a team player to build your life with you. Either way, at the end of the day, whatever role your partner is playing is going to work out ultimately for your good. It might not look like that at first, but that's what happens. Think about it. Think about one of the most horrible experiences you've had in relationship. When you come out of a relationship that doesn't work out, you know for a fact what you would not want in your next relationship. You know for a fact how you would not want to be treated in your next relationship. Think about it. So at the end of the day, it didn't work out, but something good came out of it. You grew. You learned something. But you see, we never look at this perspective when it happens because of our emotions and how we feel and how it felt so good, we don't want to let it go. We think we miss them so much, but really what we miss is how they make us feel. And that means that there are other people out there who can make you feel the same way. If only you can give up on what is gone, let go of your past and push forward into what is awaiting you in the future.
That was our motivational talk. I'm sure you are now motivated to run the week. Yes, now it's time to burn off those fats, those excess calories to keep fit so you could run this week smoothly. What am I talking about? It's time for our exercise segment. So get set, get ready. Let's go there.
Go. Alright, so if you're following me, we're still doing high knees, just marching a little slower, trying to drive our knee up as high as we can.
Yep. Big arms. Alright, next exercise, we're going to go into a skip, 2, 1. Nice little bounce.
Alright, so if you're following me, very similar to a high knee, just adding a bounce at the bottom.
Yep.
Good, try to still drive that knee up as high as you can.
Yep. All right, next exercise, we're gonna do a squat to jack. 3, 2, 1.
All right, if you're following me, we're taking the squat out. If you're having a little trouble with the coordination, you can also follow me and just do the jumping jack.
Yep. All right, next exercise, lateral bounds from side to side. 2, 1, go.
All right, if you're following me, we're also bounding side to side, but using our foot as a little balance in the back.
Yep. All right, last exercise, we're gonna do an icky shuffle, side to side. 2, 1, bounce, bounce, stick. Yep.
All right, if you're following me, we're also doing the same thing, slow it down if you need to.
Last 10 seconds. 3, 2. All right, that'll do it. First set down. Good.
All right, so we're gonna take a 30-second break here. We're gonna repeat that 2 more times.
Yes, so this is all about how many reps you can get in those 20 seconds for each exercise. So let's try to push it. Let's try to do a few more reps than we did the last set.
Now you have the handle of the flow under your belt, so now we're gonna pick up the pace just a little bit.
Yep. All right, start back with the high knees in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, Let's do it.
All right, so if you're following me, let's see if we can pick it up just a little bit.
Yep. Let's get some speed.
That was our exercise segment. I'm sure you're sweating, even if it's a little, just like I am sweating right here in the studio. So if you've not done it, if you're not able to join, please endeavor to do your exercise at least before leaving the house today. Right there in your living room, your bedroom, anywhere that is convenient for you. Okay, the program continues, but before you meet my guest, I want to go on this quick break, and when we come back, you'll be seeing I'm meeting my guest.
Us to say our goodbyes on the program. As usual, I remain your host the most, Omaride with Erese, and I'll always be here with my bestie.
Je m'appelle Oguntayo Olanposi Justina.
Speaking French now, from Jordan to Sweden.
Adios.
Tired of buying what everybody said. I wanted something new. And when I went to I decided
Hey, you're welcome to another wonderful episode of the number one program for women by the women.
I learned it in art class in school, but they only taught us the basic of crocheting in school, and I was very interested and fascinated by it.
But for the women, you know, we are, let us start from our own part of the world. We are a woman, there's so much expectation.
So it's on that very lovely and light note, I want to say thank you for being with us today. And tune in same time, same station next week on your number one station, NTA Channel 5. Today is Tuesday and the time is 7:30.
If you just joined in, this is Good Morning Abuja coming to you from the Unity Station NTA Channel 5 Abuja. And yes, today is our money making Monday. You know why we like making money on Mondays? So that our week will be wonderful. And because of that, I brought someone here for you to actually know what to do to keep your business going. And for those of you that have not actually started, you have someone here that will tell you what to do, the do's and don'ts of your business. Okay, so who am I talking about? He is, should I let the cat out of the bag? Okay, yeah, already here. So let's just go ahead. His name is Judah Shalom, and he is a marketing communications expert. He actually does a whole lot, but for today, he'll be telling us what to do to keep that business going. Yeah, welcome to Good Morning Abuja.
Good morning. How's it going? Happy to be here.
Yes, this is a wonderful Monday morning. Like, we want people in business to actually know that this week will be profitable. And for those that have not started, you are going to actually see how you would encourage them, tell them what to do. Like, we're going to steal a lot of things from you today. So welcome to the program.
Happy to be here.
Okay, so how has it been? Like, this part of your job now is not something you see on a regular, like you could easily see, but yours is particular, like for you to be able to encourage a business to actually stand and do. What made you go into that? And tell us a story behind it.
In all honesty, the reason I started this is like I saw a gap in the market. Brands were not telling good stories about themselves, because at the end of the day, marketing is not it's not a random action. Marketing is about who can tell a better story, right? and so many brands were doing a wrong job
Wow.
at this. So it's something that I had a knack for, and I decided to explore the opportunities to see how I could help brands, individuals, personalities to tell better stories with their products, services, businesses, and all of that. So that was pretty much the driving factor for me going into this.
Wow, that's a good one. Like, you see, sometimes when people just want to, they want to go into a business, they just say, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that. Let me just, I heard of a story, I think was it last week? Someone actually had money, got a place, a space, and decided to stock it up and all that. And down the line, I think how many years down the line, it was actually a very big, I think a supermarket. It was a very big one. And then down the line they closed, and people were wondering, what happened? Like, it shouldn't be like you couldn't pay workers and all that, but people were surprised. And at the end of the day, we got to know, okay, the what caused the closure was the product. In fact, most, let's say 90% of the products there were expired, like over time. So it got to the fact that it was like bad management and all that. So in that kind of situation, what could have been done differently, like to avoid that?
So first things first, product is king, right? I tell people there's no hurry to go to market. There's no hurry to sell. That the first thing, the best marketing you can ever do is having value first before you come out. And a lot of businesses are just in a hurry to sell an idea, right? But you have to understand that the biggest damage you can do to yourself is attract attention. And when this attention now converts into individuals, there's no now value backed behind. You get what I mean? So brands, before you come out, right, you should make sure, you should ensure that there is value behind your product, real quantifiable value. Product is the first point of that journey, right? Like, but you see brands today, nobody wants to put in the work. Everyone just wants to rush to market with an idea. Everyone is just excited. So, and people have this thing, bias to ideas, right? So bias to ideas is people no longer make data-driven decisions, right? It's more like, oh, you have an idea now, you want to start a restaurant. I myself, I had an idea at the time. I was like, oh, I wanted to start like a bole restaurant where I just do bole and all of that. Then my friend asked me something. He said, this is a beautiful idea, but do people eat bole every day? I said, no. He said, when was the last time you ate bole? Do you get what I mean? So he said, so you see that this is a great idea, but if you want to do this, you have to still come back to the drawing board, right? Find a way to balance it out, because you don't want a situation where you are in a niche that people are not frequently patronized. But the point now is, me having that idea, if I don't take that step back to look, I can have the bias to my idea and just be excited by the concept of bole. And at the end of the day, I rush to market, start marketing. I'll get that initial traction, right? But then it's not sustainable, because how many people are ordering bole every day? Do you get what I mean? So you see that the first journey has to come from real value first, doing your homework, data-driven decisions first, just to make sure that, okay, you have real value to offer, real value that people even want. It's one thing to have value, and it's one thing to have value that is in demand. Do you get what I mean? Exactly.
So for your kind of business now, would you say location actually would matter? Aside location now, maybe deciding to do maybe you can decide to say, okay, I can do body and this today, I can do this and that tomorrow, just to see that you still are in business.
So the thing is, I tell people there are no limitations or restrictions whatsoever to business or to, like I said, one, can I quote something from the Bible? Do you mind? Okay. The Bible said 3 wise men saw a star and they traveled far to see that star, right? The 3 wise men were not in the city where Jesus was. They traveled to see. What does that tell you? First of all, when you have real value, regardless of where you are, right, people will find you first. Do you get what I mean? So you see that as a base, then every other thing now is secondary. Do you understand? Trying to now diversify to make sure that okay, that the niche of the people or the demography you're reaching out is more. Do you get what I mean? So the point is, people always feel they focus on the wrong, like the wrong things. If, first of all, like I said, focus on building something people want. Do you get what I mean? Then look at analyze it critically. You see how you said now, oh, okay, are you going to add on other things that people will order on other days? Do you get what I mean? So you see that these are data driven decisions. Do you understand? Because something like that, now the first step I should even do, I should not make decisions. I should put out a survey. Do you understand? I say, oh, like what do you randomly order for lunch? Do you get what I mean?
Surveys actually.
Exactly. So once again, once you don't build from a place of personal bias to your ideas, right, and you work with data driven decisions, you make data driven decisions, you see that is a tool or a strategy, do you understand, that can help you, because now you're getting real-time feedback from your actual target demography. So that way you are being guided by the people on how to serve them, to give them what they want, and as a consequence now you're also benefiting.
Wow. That's a good one too. You've been making brands like over the years. How long has it been now?
Around 5 to 6 years.
Wow.
Pretty much.
Actively.
Actively.
The other one is just testing the water.
Passively.
Okay.
Like actively working.
Like one of the names that's still from Real Worry King and some other brands that you actually need. How was it for you? Like it's not easy. Like I don't know if you are the one that made them that popular, or you were part of the people that made them that popular.
So for an amazing personality like I've been working with her for 5 years. I've been working with her for 5 years, and I primarily serve as her brand strategist. Right? If you look at her brand, she is one of the most intentional, like, public figures out there. Like, her actions are not random. Do you understand? She's very intentional about what she wants from her brand and like what she's building. So basically, my job with these people, I also work with Moses Bliss. Yeah.
Well, I wanted to continue, but we'll come back where we stopped now. We're not going anywhere. We just want to go on a short, quick break and we'll be right back. Okay, we've been talking with Judah Shalom, and he has told us, in fact, if you've not been joining us, if you've not been on this conversation, you really missed, but don't worry, we'll continue after this short break, so don't go anywhere.
Good evening, glad to have you join us.
Thanks for joining us on Weekly News Wrap.
Thank you very much for having me.
And it is on that note we welcome you to today's edition of the program.
I will celebrate creativity, lasting impressions.
There's no book stating that this is the role for men.
On the news.
On the news at 7.
Jama'a barkamu da wannan
The Unity Station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja,
would say have a lovely day.
I welcome you on today's ride on the show Good Morning Abuja.
This is Window on Abuja.
We have everything it takes to compete with any nation all across the world.
How do we make it? We are not ready to produce.
I've been contributing to the development of your kingdom.
Hello and welcome to Young Hearts.
Our focus today will be on hepatitis B.
Ladylike!
This is Entertainment Gist.
In the 14th century, 15th, 16th century, and even 17th.
That is for zakah to cure our greed.
The purpose why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided to create humanity.
The Bible talks about a man called Apollos. This is NTA Abuja Channel 5.
See you same time.
And have a great and blessed week ahead.
Okay, welcome back from that very quick break. If you just joined in, this is Good Morning Abuja coming to you from the Unity Station NTA Channel 5 Abuja. And yes, it's our money making Monday, and we have Judah Shalom who has been telling us what to do when you are in that business or when you want to go into that business. And he has told us a whole lot, but don't worry in case you missed it. But if you did not miss it, yeah, let's continue with the conversation. Yes, we want to continue. You were talking about Moses Bliss and Ray Warrior Kitchen, yeah, and all that. So let's continue.
So primarily what I do for personalities like that is brand strategy and brand development, right? Because so basically I get your vision, right? And I devise, not just devise, I also devise and execute strategies that now help you achieve those goals, what you're trying to do with your brand. So constantly I'm out here looking for ideas, things we can do, opportunities we could explore, you get what I mean, and all of that. I'm ensuring that these ideas are brought to life with excellence. Do you understand? So primarily that is what I do for individuals like that.
Yeah. So over the years, I know I would say there's no success story without the challenges. Even though we know businesses need you and people like you to actually grow them. So, but what has been that particular challenge, or what are those challenges you encounter along the way so far?
Oh, okay. I think the biggest challenge starting out was brand trust, right? Because we are in a day and time where people want to work with you based off of what you've done.
Exactly. What they've heard, the miracle.
So, and I don't think that is the right way to make decisions, because using that, I mean, that works, but then using that, you're also missing out on a huge amount of people who have actual tangible value to offer, right? But then the world is the way it is, and it's not changing anytime soon. So I think the biggest challenge I faced starting out was brand trust, because you want to work with people like that. Who have you worked with before?
Exactly.
What have you done? What have you done before? But then what helped me like surpass that hurdle still goes back to what I said. Everything has to be valued. So the thing about successful people, they can sense when a person knows their onions. They can sense when there's real value, because a lot of people know how to speak eloquently. A lot of people know how to articulate themselves, right? But it's everything is just at the surface level. If you break them down, they have actual real value to offer, right? So I think what really helps me out is I ensure that I put in so much work into myself, gathering knowledge. You get what I mean? I'm a marketing communications executive today, but I can tell you I have a range of every single skill that falls into media marketing. I started photography, I did videography, I did graphic design, I write. You understand? So I'm very, very vast. So it's hard for you to miss out on the fact that this person knows what they are doing. So the hurdle, like I said, was brand trust, but like I advised people, that is where getting actual value, putting in the work. You cannot, the result you are looking for are in the hard work that you're avoiding. Do you understand? The minute you stop avoiding that work, the result you're looking for will chase. Yeah.
Okay, so now we talked about people that want to go into business, what they should do and what they should not do. Like you used yourself like an example, what you decide to do along the line. Okay, what of those that are already existing? They want to either go far, they want to build more and all that. What should they do? Like based on we also know some brands that we feel should not even be out there looking for publicity and all that, but we still see them doing one or two things. So what should people actually continue doing? That's for businesses to grow. Now we want you to give us
there's no fixed blueprint, right? First of all, the philosopher said the day a man stops learning or stops evolving, that's the day the man dies, right? So even with strategy, at the end of the day, it's trying different things till you find what works, and you now double down on the effort of what works, yeah. But then there are principles, right? Like I said, okay, say you are starting out your business, you need to do business development, right? Your business has to work on paper before it can work in real life, yeah. Now, next step, say you want to do branding. You see a lot of people now, they say, and just for branding logo, I'm paying 100,000. I can't pay 100,000 for a logo, but your branding and how you appear can be the difference why they pick someone over you, right? So the point is that there is a process. Don't skip any step. Do it to the very best. Do you understand? Know that you have conquered that before you move on and so that. So, like I said, there's no actual blueprint, right? But it's about knowing what you want, do the base work, then you can now explore, okay, what do I want to? A lot of people, results, success for everybody is not money, right? Success, some brands want to tell stories that sell. Some brands want to tell stories that scale. Some brands want to just leave their imprint in the minds of people. Do you understand? So you have to know what is success to you. When you know what success to you, some people, success to you immediately might be growth. That growth is not necessarily financial. Do you get what I mean? So when you can define what success is to you, you can now be intentional about, because off camera we're having a conversation about brands, right? And we said, okay, these brands now, they said that, okay, they want to tell stories that stick. So as a result of telling stories that stick, they say, okay, we should resonate to what people already understand, right? That's why, can I mention? No, I know. But some of those very big brands now, you see that they sold stories of family, of love, they were not actively telling you, go and buy my product, go and buy my product, but they were trying to tell stories that will stick to you and imprint their brand forever in your minds. But what that does now is, when you now have a need for that niche of product, the first brand that comes to mind is them. Do you get what I mean? So, like I said, you have to know what people just say, oh, I want success, but you're not definitive about what success is to you, or the kind of success that you need. Do you get what I mean? So at the end of the day, do not make emotion-based decisions. Make data-driven decisions with your business. Do you understand? And it has to work on paper before it can work in real life.
So one last word. I know our time is up, but we just want one last word that would encourage someone out there on this business growth and business move, the right move actually. If possible, maybe the processes in should I say, like, numbers, the processes in numbers. If possible, last word from you.
A closing word, and I'll say this: Nigeria can work. Let me start there. People already have this belief that, oh, we are in a nation that is wired against you, yada, yada, yada. Everything can work if done the right way, right? Now, there's a reason why God gave everyone a talent for something. Yeah? It's not everyone that will know how to do marketing. Do you understand? But there's a reason why there's another person who knows how to do marketing. So seek for knowledge where necessary. Do you get what I mean? In terms of your part, like I said, you're building a brand. What you can control first is your product. That one is your responsibility. Do that to the best of your abilities. But when now it's time to hand over the baton to somebody else that is responsible for your next step of growth, right? Be willing to make that decision. Exactly.
Wow, that's a good one. Be willing to, don't say you know it or you want it all.
Everyone should play their
part. So it makes it a very good one. Okay. Thank you for coming on the program. Like, I've learned, and I know people watching have also learned from you, and we'll still call you some other time because you do a whole lot. So maybe the next time we'll be seeing you. You come on the program as something else. Thank you for coming on the program.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so we've been talking with Duda Shalom. He is a marketing communications expert, and he has told you what to do. You want to start a business, you're already into business. All he was able to make sure he strikes a balance and letting us know what to do with our businesses. Okay, that was him telling us what to do, and I'm sure you've learned a whole lot. Let's go on the short break, and after that, the program continues.
Good evening. Glad to have you join us.
Thanks for joining us on Weekly News Wrap.
Thank you very much for having me.
And it is on that note we welcome you to today's edition of the program.
I will celebrate creativity, lasting impressions.
There's no book stating that this is the role for men.
On the news.
On the news at 7.
Jama'a barkanmu da wannan
The Unity Station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja.
Would say have a lovely day.
I welcome you on today's ride on the show Good Morning Abuja.
This is Window on Abuja.
We have everything it takes to compete with any nation all across the world.
How do we make it? We are ready to produce.
I've been contributing to the development of your kingdom.
They know my story. Hello and welcome to Young Hearts.
Our focus today will be on hepatitis B.
Ladylike.
This is Entertainment Gist.
In the 14th century, 15th, 16th century, and even 17th.
That is for zakah to cure our greed.
The purpose why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided to create humanity.
The Bible talks about a man called Apollos. This is NTA Abuja Channel 5.
See you same time.
And have a great and blessed week ahead.
Go. I know who I am, they call me the son of the Holy Ghost. Lifestyle is impeccable, I'm God's made, I'm untouchable. I know who I am, my father, the king of the universe. Simple I can never be cannabis, looking for me, I reside on the pinnacle. I'm tucking my way every day, it's a miracle. No debating with the mind of a cynical. Living your life without crisis or critical. Temptation, this is more than a chronicle. I'll be the light of the world, I'm unstoppable. I'll be the light of the world, I'm incredible. I'll be the light of the world, everywhere that I go, Temptation illuminates. I am God's temple, I'm dressed up for the other side. Nothing that I can't do, I'm fully prepared from the inside. I'm born of a king and they all know. And speaking the demons, they all go. Temple Nation, yes I say so. I stay high and above low. Yeah, my body's a temple of the Holy Ghost. I never gonna play around,
Okay, if you just joined us, this is Good Morning Abuja, coming to you from the Unity Station, NCA Channel 5 Abuja. And yes, that was did you get the name while the song was playing? Okay, if you did not, his name is Temple Anago, also known as, or popularly known as, Temple Nation, and that was I Know. Very beautiful video there, and we have him right here with us on the program today. Welcome, Temple Nation. I'll be referring to you as Temple Nation, you know. Welcome to the show. Like, that video was lovely, and I want to say, okay, I know. Is it you that know or me that know now?
Well, it's like the song actually talks about my identity.
Oh, okay.
You know, so you need to say who you are, or else the world will say you're not. So I'm saying and declaring and professing.
Yeah, I was going to say that it's like speaking to yourself.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, and letting the world know who I am. You know, because everything around us has ears. So you need to tell the things around you, this is who I am. So there's the boundaries in which you can cross. You know, so
okay. So music for you now, like like I've known you for years now.
Yeah.
Okay, and then before now, how did you start? I know, like me now, I started singing in my mother's stomach. Okay, so how did it all begin for you?
Well, like everybody used to say, especially those in the creative world that has to do with music. I started when I was very young.
Okay.
Of course, we all started when we were very young. You know, so yes, music has really been something I loved from day one. And my first time I sang ever, I was given a stool to stand on because I was very little. Nobody could see me. You know, so that gave me that courage and confidence to push on. And yes, it's been years, absolutely.
Okay, so like it's looking like that it was all good, like so you just said now, like it motivated you, but I'm sure there are those stories, those times that you wish so this is how it is. How has it been
It's been challenging and it's been profiting and it's been
really?
blessful, and it's been amazing. You know, music is something. There's no age to limit to music. Actually, you can do music at any age, young, old, any stage of your life. You can do music. So, but for me, all through this journey, I've learned so much. I've met people. I've gone places. Just I'm here right now. It's because of music that brought me here.
Exactly.
You know, so it's great. It's a great journey. The challenges were there. Still are. You know, but by God's grace and determination and focus, I'm surmounting those challenges, staying focused and expressing my conviction, my love, my passion to the word through music, especially rap.
Oh,
some people don't know
that. Yeah, you're a rap
I'm
artist.
a rap artist.
Oh,
Absolutely.
really? Oh, and we have, like, we can count the rap artists we have in Nigeria. So, in fact, in music industry as a whole, wow, that's a good one. Nice. Okay, like I want to pick out. Where should I start from? Like the profiting part or the challenge? I want you to just give us, someone now watching, to use you as a role model, thinking, okay, like, he's just saying it. I'm sure his problem is peculiar to him. Like, if they hear my own story now, so like, give us one challenge that actually stood out for you that maybe at that point you thought was the end of the road for you, but you're able to come through.
You know, sometimes when you have this inspiration, they come to you and you write the song down. The next thing is, how do you get this inspiration to become harmonious?
Actually,
so that's where studio section needs to come in. And in the studio timing, you need to pay for it.
Wow.
And in paying for it, you need to go for the best. You know, so after producing, you need to mix. After mixing, you need to master. After mastering, you need to distribute. After distributing, you need to shoot videos. You know, back in the days when we used to do that CD. My first song ever was on CD plate. You know, so you need to go to UTC or anywhere to get your song on the CD plate. You need to print on it. You know, then do the jacket. Start taking it to stations one by one. You know, it's quite challenging. So if you do the first one, I'm like, oh boy, it's just not now to do this.
Exactly.
But if you have sponsors, or probably you're signing into a record label, or maybe daddy, mommy, uncle, brother, sister, somebody's there funding it for you, is very, very interesting. But when you have to do the whole thing yourself, you are the artist, you are the brand manager, you are the manager, you are the PRO, you are everything in one. It is very, very challenging sometimes. When you're done doing everything, you're like, are you sure I want to go in this journey? But determination, passion especially, will be something that will fuel you to continue. You know? So that's been my conviction. I remember when I took my first song ever, when I did my first song ever, it took a lot. It took a lot.
I can imagine.
It took a lot. But when the song was ready, you know, I took it to one of our stations here in Abuja. You know, shout out to them. You know, they give me good support and they played it. And right there in the station, I got an invitation to perform at the charity concert. And it just started like that. You know, so when you put in work, it pays.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay, and I picked something when you were talking the other time, like you said, something profiting. Yeah, it's profiting.
Absolutely.
Okay, so when you started, did you actually think of that part? When you say profiting, my own profit mind is the money behind you. So, are we on the same page here?
No, the profiting comes in different ways.
Oh, okay.
You know, like me being here right now, it's profiting. Okay. You know, like, let me say, having me on their show, how much would I have paid?
Okay.
You know, to be on air. You know what I'm saying? So this is the part of the profit.
Okay.
You meet people. You know, you are invited to perform one or two places, and you don't know who are the people that are present in the occasion. And right there, probably somebody might be like, "Oh, I love your song. Can I do this for you? What so can you come around?" So those are the you know, but this one comes later. You have to put in the work first. So that's what I'm saying. So you don't look as if it's only work. There's no profit. So
because I was going to say, behind the passion, at the back of your mind, you started off like, okay, I just love singing.
Absolutely.
But later on, I'm sure you now had to do with this thing can actually put food on my table.
And it does.
Okay. So
like, you know,
at what point did you say you want to go professional? And I think usually when you say you want to go professional, that's when it comes to monetization. You want it to start bringing money for you.
Yeah, but like I said back then, you know, because I started quite early, so I know I met the era of only CD and cassette.
Wow.
So I'm not old, but I'm young. But just that I started early.
I know you've counted plenty.
You know, so
plenty birthdays.
Yeah. So back then, I think for me, it was more of the passion, the love that I have for music. I didn't know music pays then.
Okay.
I don't know. I love to do it. I love to rap. You know, I love to entertain people. I love to bless people. I love to minister to people. So I love it. It gives me joy. When after school, when you come back from secondary school, in part of your book, you're even writing some rhymes. So but as time goes on, when we venture into the social media space, that's where a lot of things change. So it now becomes very, very lucrative that you can monetize your act, you can monetize your song, you can monetize your videos. Back then I didn't know it happened, so the only time we get to get money is when probably somebody invites you for a program or a show and says, okay, take these for Lunarium, thank you for coming. That's when you think you get, or maybe when you go and do your CD launch or an album. Nobody does album launch again. Then you do an album launch, people come, oh, I like the song, okay, take this, take that to support you. So that was it. But now every word that comes out of your mouth can be monetized. So it's very, very lucrative now, and it's encouraging now, that our act, your music, your songs could bless life and also put food in your table and also take you to places where you never think you can be. So yeah.
Okay, so we want to continue with this conversation, but we will not do that until we go on this short break.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've been speaking with Temple Nation, also known as Tempo, and that's the one his mother and father gave him. Okay, we'll go on this short break, and after that,
Passing I'm at the church and pull up on the Bentley. Not fun and I want a monster function on my daily. What's your macambo? Temple Nation, watch me clearly. I'll pay kudeku, nothing where them you go fear me. Up from what you go, I know the chain when the temple they could you could nominate. Meaning the one at the hover, they come on some to no so come on. A papa no some maga, Jebbe boss maga, Papa no some maga, Nabana boss maga. It's a real rings, a Temple Nation, we're back it. But that's nobody from it got for the marking. It will come the metro now, listen your mafia. And I made one on the images of Sanya for my packing. Or for the put your god, the man, Jesus, Bumaga. Or for the kid, their god, man, I made to go.
Welcome back. If you just joined in, this is Good Morning Abuja coming to you from the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5 Abuja. And yes, that was Nganga. And the person behind that video is still right here with us on the program. He is Temple Nation. And yes, before we went on that break, we've been discussing about a whole lot. And yes, we continue.
Absolutely.
Okay, so before we went on that break, we're talking about how you started, how it has been, the challenges, and of course, what has still kept you in the business. I'll call it business now. Okay, so you said it's the passion and all that. So, but and I think you also mentioned that you've counted plenty birthdays.
Absolutely.
But you're not too old.
I'm not old.
Okay. You're still young. So what have you been doing in your own little corner to encourage young ones out there, especially because sometimes they want to do something, they don't know how to go about it, and they also need like this little push. We love encouraging young ones, especially to. So what have you been doing in your own little way to encourage people around you?
Okay, thank you for that question, and thank you, NT. Thank you, our viewers, wherever you are. I love supporting my fellow creatives, no matter where they are. Especially knowing that it's quite challenging to venture in this journey if you really don't have that massive support. So my own way of contributing is wherever they need me to be on a collabo song with them, or they're doing an event, or their shows, or their program, they want me to come around. Whenever they call on me, I always pull up.
Wow.
I don't really ask for anything. I just want to encourage them. And so, yeah. And also, I have a studio that I'm running. So, anytime you want a collaboration and probably don't have anything to pay for it, I'm always there to just
someone
support.
like me now. I want to think of like my own album. I'm free to come.
No problem.
I have a free session with you.
Work on it, man.
Okay, so music. Where would you see? Like you started long, but still, I'm sure you still have plans.
Absolutely.
So where do we see you, or what are your plans for the next? Should I say 5? Is 5 plenty, or 10?
If we're gonna be
okay, so 5.
Well, mine is just push this. especially in the area of music that I'm doing, the genre of music which is
Rap, yeah.
and it's gospel rap actually. So I want it to be more louder, more acceptable, because I notice I notice a drastic change from most of the rappers that I met or that was there. That some have hung their boots, hung or hang, whatever. They've dropped their boots. Some have probably shut the notepad down, closed the book, and some have switched from either rapping to singing to doing afro and other stuff. So we are very few right now that's still keeping this fire burning in terms of rap in this space. So my passion, my joy, my expectation is keep it burning and encourage other young people to join, the force, because we say a lot when we rap.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's my passion, and also have a bigger recording studio where I can accommodate other people. Just push this music and let it be accepted globally. This rap especially, and make it louder in Nigeria, make it bigger. Shout out to those who are doing it already. Who are consistent all through the years. God bless you guys. So we need more soldiers, and I'm part of it. So encouraging others to join.
So we'll not let you go now. We have you right here in the studio. Even though we watch the video, we still want at least, even if it's 30 seconds of something from you.
Oh, 30 seconds.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just saying, no, even if it's 30 seconds, but we will not just let you go without something.
Okay, so the first song is I Know. So the bars in the song, I'm going to take it a bit slower because in the song I was very faster.
Oh, okay.
So it said, I am God's temple. I'm dressed up for the other side. Nothing that I can't do. I'm fully prepared from the inside. Born of the king and they all know. I speak in the demons, they all go. Temple nation, yes, I say so. I stay high and above low. And I be the temple, it lives in the body, and I be the home of the Holy Ghost. And what I would be, and what I would drive, and what I would have, my temple knows. And every time they be calling my name, I don't have to be Bobby. I know who I am in the car when they play in the streets in the more temple nation. I tell them, I know who I am.
Wow, it's not something I want to try. I was going to say, let me try something, but no. I will keep learning. Oh, that was wonderful. Wow. At the point, that's like I used to speaking. Okay.
Thank you.
Wow, thank you for all you're doing. We've been seeing you and we keep seeing you by God's grace. Okay, so we've been speaking with Temple Nation and he has told us a whole lot. In fact, like now he has given me a session for the studio free of charge. So it's me and Temple this time around. I'm going to learn those raps that he thinks he can do alone.
Absolutely.
So yes, we've been talking with him and he has encouraged us. People out there, don't let anything stop you. You can do it. Okay, so we'll go on this short break and after that the program continues.
Us to say our goodbyes on the program. As usual, I remain your host of the most, Omoide with Erese, and I'll always be here with my bestie.
Je m'appelle Oguntayo Olaimposi Justina.
Speaking French now, from Jordan to Sweden.
Adios.
Tired of buying what everybody's selling. I wanted something new. And when I went to I decided to...
You're welcome to another wonderful episode of the number one program for women by the women.
I learned it in art class in school, but they only taught us the basic of crocheting in school, and I was very interested and fascinated by it.
And for the women, we are, let us start from our own part of the world. We are a woman, there is so much expectation.
Since on that very lovely and light note, I want to say thank you for being with us today. And tune in same time, same station next week on your number one station, NTA Channel 5. Today is Tuesday and the time is 7:30.
Yes, this is still Good Morning Abuja coming to you from the Unity Station NTA Channel 5 Abuja. And if you just joined in, the program is about to round up, but we still have something, and very importantly, something that would help you save money. What am I talking about? Is money saving tips. We want you to know how to spend wisely. Let's see it. That was our money saving tips, and I'm sure you've learned a thing or two. Next on the program is our weather report. We are still in the rainy season and want you to know if you should go out with or without your umbrella. So let's see our weather forecast. Yes, that was our weather forecast. I'm sure you are now better prepared. Yes, we've had it on the program, and this is where we call it a day on the program. Our day on the program was wonderful. We had a guest who taught us how to brand our businesses and what to do for those still in business, how to grow and remain in business. And we also had another one that encouraged the young ones on how to start off and also do something meaningful with their life. And yet, in case you missed out, well, join us same time for other episodes on the program Good Morning Abuja. Until I come your way again, I remain Gladys Kudambu. It's bye for now.